Now another thing that you can do on your pages is we did set up our body text in a 3-column structure, and you can change that up a little bit too. So on each individual page if you would like. So on my first planet page, I already set that to a 2-column structure just to vary things a little bit. So that's okay. It gives us, again, some variety, but there's an overall look and feel to it that we established on the master page and applied to all of our pages. So we can just go from there and do some adjustments. So for example, on this one, maybe I'm going to go a little bit farther and change the font of my drop cap to match or be similar or reflect the look and feel of my planet name on this particular page. Okay, so little changes like that can go a long way in keeping these pages from all looking exactly the same. And then a final touch that you could do on your planet is that we're imagining that this is informational. We want to learn something about this planet. The planet's been explored, or we know something about it. So maybe just some little factoids that are treated like captions around our planet. So what I'm doing is I'm just copying some text from my body, and I'm in my type tool, and I'm going to drag out a text frame, paste that text in, change the style. So generally a caption is going to be a little bit smaller than the body text. Let's see, go to my paragraph settings. I think change the leading, make it a little bit less. Whoops, that's not the leading, that's the indent, which is actually we don't want that, so I set the indent to 0. The leading is here, so I've got 8-point type, maybe 8/9 or 8/11. Let's try that. All right, so again, we're not going to write fictional text. We're just going to use this dummy text or placeholder text just to make it look fairly realistic. And we can go in here and we can cut out some of the text so that it doesn't look too long. Imagine it's just pointing out some fact about the planet. All right, I'm just trying to make a few adjustments to make a nicely shaped block of text. All right, and then I've got my line tool that I'm just going to use to draw a little line out, drag a line out, and imagine that this line is pointing to some feature that this fact is talking about. We could do something like put a little circle. Whoops, wrong end. Okay, imagine if it's just pointing to some feature. So I'd say we want maybe 3 or 4 of these for each planet. So I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this, select both the line and the text frame, Command C, Command V. Okay, here's another one. Drag our line. I'll just draw another line. So go to the line tool. Go ahead and drag another one. Um, maybe that's a little too heavy. So I've got mine at 1/2 a point, and I'm using this little circle for the end. Make each one of these look a little bit different so that it's not obviously copied from the previous one. Each one should look slightly unique, as if it's its own little paragraph of information. And just make your layout look nice. Again, it's not pointing to a specific feature on the planet, so it doesn't matter if you move these around. It doesn't really matter exactly where these fall. All right, I'm going to do one more. Maybe one down here. We can actually rotate this to the way we want it. All right, so we have a finished layout, and you can go as far as you want to with this. Yours can look different than mine. You could add, to your planet background, the space background. If you want in Photoshop, you can go ahead and add stars or nebulas or things like that. It's totally up to you. Now, you're going to do all 8 pages, 1 planet per page, again, plus the cover. So for something like this, instead of doing all these from scratch, you could, on this layout, copy all of your little factoid captions, go to another page, select that page, paste on that page, and position these. And you're going to want to do some adjustments to make them look not exactly the same on each page. So again, we're just using phony text, but we want to fool the viewer into, fool's not a great word because it sounds like we're playing tricks on them, but that's not really the idea. The idea is that we're showing a concept, and we want the viewer to understand the visual system that we're developing here and how it can be employed on each page to fit the information appropriate for that page. So you do want to customize these and change them up a little bit just to make them look realistically different. All right, so if I compare this page to the other page, they're similar, but they're different. And that's the balance that you want to strike as a publication designer. All right, so when you're finished with your 8 layouts and you've also developed a cover, you have all of the planets named, you've got a name for your solar system that you're going to put on the cover, then you're going to want to save your original InDesign file, but you're going to want to turn in a PDF file. So don't turn in the InDesign file, just turn in the PDF. So for the PDF, you're going to go to File, Adobe PDF Presets, choose, we could do high quality print even though it's an EPub, and save. And in this case, you do not want any marks and bleeds because this is for screen only. So we don't have to set any of those at all. Just hit export. Once you create your PDF, you're going to want to open it, scroll through it, make sure that everything is there, there's nothing missing, it all looks the way you want, and then at that point you're going to submit it through Blackboard.